Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Still Life 2 Blind. I'm in the
A
morgue.
little blood on an autopsy table. There's nothing more natural, Claire would say. But in a squalid cellar, not so much. A little blood on a...
I already was here as Hernandez. But obviously now I'm going to gather all of the evidence. Or at least as much as I can find. Not necessarily all of it. Blood of one of the killer's victims, Olivia Wong. Now, that's a bit weird, because wouldn't that blood be, like, very dried at this point? The other victims, you know, they've died and have been discovered some time ago. It's not all, it's not like all of this happened over, like, 1 week or something. Where did that go again? Ah, this is at the end.
A condemned door. I think there are traces on the wall. I can barely notice them with the naked eye.
Bad idea.
The microscope reveals tiny traces of color on the wall. They need to be analyzed.
Traces of colored nail polish left by a victim. Okay, so someone was clawing at that. I guess that's one of the previous victims again.
The killer left a message. Dead? For his sake, I hope she's not. Something weird about the sleeve. There's a tear and some discoloration. Something weird.
Bad idea.
Just as I expected. Stains that look like blood have appeared on the shirt. If I send this blood sample to Claire, she could perform a more thorough test.
Oh, Vic, where would you be without your favorite coroner? What can I do for you this time?
I think I have something new to help ID the killer. A Holton pharmacist vaguely remembers a customer who could very well be our man. About 40 years old, black hair.
It's not much, but it will allow me to rule out some suspects. I'll enter it into my database.
I've scanned a print that's not in my records. I'm sending it to you.
Okay, I'll look into it.
I took blood samples on a lab coat from a man I haven't been able to ID. It could very well be the killer's blood. I'm sending you the results of the test I did.
Okay, I'll run a complete test and compare it with the other samples linked to the case.
I'm looking for information on a case. An Anderson, male, who supposedly disappeared in Maine.
Let me search the database. Ah, I got something. Gary Anderson, 39, a farmer. His wife reported him missing 6 months ago. The case has been closed by the Portland office. Everything suggests that the disappearance was voluntary. The investigators concluded that Anderson had an affair. He probably disappeared to build a new life with his mistress.
Okay, Claire, thanks for the intel. Do you know what happened to Hawker after he was fired from the FBI?
Not really. I think he went into security. I'll ask around, let you know.
The local sheriff is causing me hassles. I have the feeling she's trying to undermine my investigation.
Is this sheriff's name Holloway, by any chance?
Yeah, you've heard of her?
An hour ago. I got a phone call from a friend who works in the Portland lab. Sheriff Holloway has requested some tests of the utmost urgency. The sheriff claims she was working on Paloma Hernandez's disappearance. My friend called me because she knows that I've been in on the East Coast killer case from the start.
I think I should have a few words with the sheriff. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily that she's like evil or something, or in league with the killer. The image I have of her motivation is that she wants to crack this case because she wants to be the hero and she wants to be re-elected as sheriff, which, by the way, it's a pretty interesting thing and a little weird from my perspective as a European that sheriffs are elected. They have election ads. They like it's a whole sort of campaign to be a sheriff. That's interesting to me. Because you know, in Poland and overall in Europe, police is straight up government service. You know, you're a civil servant as policeman, and I guess you know, to be you get into police school and all that, and then apply to get into the police force, and then you sort of climb through the ranks of it to maybe get like first like a local command position of some sorts, and then so on. So it's weird to me to imagine an election for like a, you know, a position within the police. That's interesting and a bit weird to me, because it seems to me that would turn it, you know, all elections by default are kind of a show. You know, they have less to do with competence and more to do with showmanship. If you're you know, charismatic enough and good enough at spinning a story, even if the story is complete bullshit, you have a greater chance to be elected than someone who is, for example, very competent but not very charismatic.
What's new in the Chicago office?
Everyone's on the case. Miller is pulling all-nighters doing computer research, and Kingsley is running around stuffing his face with cookies. As for the boss, well, she comes in to see me every 10 minutes. When she's stressed, she almost makes me long for our old supervisor Browning, if that gives you any idea.
Stop it. She can't be worse than him.
I even got a call from Inspector Tate. He's ready to give us a hand, unofficially.
That William. He feels indebted since his nomination. All I did was give him a boost. It's thanks to his own skills that he succeeded.
I have to go. Call me if you've got a problem.
It's locked.
I can unlock those with, unless he changed that. Oh, no, stop. It was the dates of the interviews, which I have noted right here. 10/22. Okay, it still works.
This label's for me. Okay, I think I got the message. This label's for me.
Uh, 02 and 29, 0113. Wonder if I can open two in a row. I can.
Label with Hawker's name on it. Something tells me the killer's not too fond of him. Hernandez's name is on the label, as long as it's just a dummy.
Cannot search this locker.
There are marks on the ground. Looks like a heavy object was dragged from here. A note left by our friendly neighborhood butcher. One chance. I have no idea what that means. Dolores. Dolores Wilkins, the killer's first victim. It's locked. Janet. Janet Connolly is the third victim we found. It's sealed. Joyce, as in Joyce Dickinson, the second victim. It's sealed. Olivia Wong, the last victim in 2006. It's locked. Dora. Probably Dora Simon, the fourth victim. It's locked.
Not quite sure what this does.
Fuse box. The circuits are completely fried. There's blood on this broken glass. Someone must have cut themselves walking on it.
Yep, it's Hernandez.
This tap seems to be working. It'll be useful if I need water. I doubt this collar is just for decoration.
Okay, maybe the guy who knows about electronics can, figure something out by looking at the color.
These inscriptions seem really awkward. I wonder who actually wrote them.
Is this going to be a photo? Yes.
Message left by the killer. Too late. If he thinks he can throw me, he doesn't know who he's dealing with.
There was a severed hand in here, but it doesn't seem to be here any longer.
There's nothing down here except for a rat. He seems to be in his element here. Damn, that piece of shit bit me!
Was that a snake? Or what? I didn't have a good look. I'm going to save before I inject myself with random chemicals, but I do have a snake venom serum, so that might save me.
I feel better. A message left by the killer. The antidote is kept in a cool place. I'm sure he thinks he's funny. A poster. I can't think of the actress's name.
Okay, let's go back to the guy and see if he was successful in opening the lock, because I actually have another lock for him to open. Still working on it?
I'll get there. I just need a little more time.
Maybe you could help me.
You're good at electronics, right? You might be able to help me.
Maybe you would have better luck with the other one.
I found a jamming system on the roof with an antenna and a remote control box. It's an ADSX system. Know anything about it?
Yeah, it's a scrambler used by drug cartels. It's a very sophisticated device of quite recent design. An ADSX system equipped with a satellite dish can avoid detection by GPS, as well as filtering or blocking phone communications.
I see. Does this kind of device cover a large area?
A few hundred yards. More than sufficient to isolate the house and its surroundings.
It's not surprising that Hernandez wasn't able to get back in touch with us. I found some sort of electronic collar. Hernandez mentioned it on her voice recorder.
Interesting. Let me see. The collar can receive a signal which sets off an electric shock. The intensity is variable, but it can go high enough to be fatal. The lock is pretty secure. Whoever put this system together is a real pro. Nice work.
Good lord, you're like a little kid with the latest gadget. Keep the collar, we'll send it to the lab later. And remember, no drooling on the evidence.
Okay, I will save, because I'm worried that if I order him to go to the other lock, he will never return to this one, and I would like him to open that. So I am going to test that.
I'll get there. I just need a little more time.
You're good at electronics, right? I found an electronic lock on the stairs which lead to the cellar. Come take a look.
It's a secured lock. I won't be able to open it without the key.
Okay, so will you still be figuring out this?
I'll get there. I just need a little more time.
Okay, I think
I'll get there.
this is certainly a bug, because I'm not nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I think I'm going to reload. This doesn't strike me as particularly stable. Although, wait. What? Okay, that's pretty interesting, because I was...
Electronic lock. Electronic lock.
What? I was on the other side of... Okay, this is pretty interesting. Kind of weird. Again, I'm pretty sure it was a bug, but I just received the objective again.
I'll get there.
Okay, this doesn't work. It just... it is broken down. So I will not ask him then. Not yet. I'll wait for him to open this. I'll talk with the detective maybe? For now.
Sheriff, I have a few points to go over with you. Listen, Sheriff, I want this to be clear. I have proof that you sent samples to be analyzed without my authority. Here, it's the FBI who leads the investigation. If you forget that, or decide to ignore it, I'll break you.
Take it easy, Agent McPherson. Sounds like I've touched a nerve.
I don't have time to play who's the bitchiest. Believe you me, that is one contest you'll lose. So unless you want to be charged with obstruction of justice, I advise you to tell me what you found.
Okay. I took 2 samples, which I sent to the lab. They're yours. I also found this in the living room. It looks like some kind of electronic key.
Very good. I hope I won't have any other occasion to lose my temper with you, Sheriff.
We'll leave it at that, Agent McPherson.
Okay, let's take a look at those pieces of evidence. Fibers collected by Holloway, used in mattresses, and polyester cotton. Traces of a substance mixed with blood. Antiseptic agent, iodine, human blood. Hernandez's blood. Okay, and the key is probably to the door on the lower floor, which he said needs a specific electronic key, which would be that key, right?
Electronic lock. It keeps the door secured. That's it. The door's open. It stinks of chemicals. Copies of autopsy reports on the killer's victims. They're addressed to Paloma Hernandez. The killer must have taken them from the motel room. Size 7.5. These must be Hernandez's shoes. Hernandez's purse and lipstick. Looks like the lipstick was used to write with. A pile of retro music CDs. So nostalgic. DVDs. Just a bunch of old movies. Looks like a few pages from a student thesis. No name, but it's on USC letterhead. USC's a university in Los Angeles, I think. I have to talk to Claire about this. It seems an interesting lead to follow.
Okay, let's call her.
So, Vic, do you need to confide in your old friend Claire?
I think I have something new to help ID the killer. I came across a few pages of a thesis on cinema on USC letterhead. USC's a university in LA, right? I think the killer was a student there.
It's a very interesting lead. I'll contact the university and get a list of possible candidates. I have to go. Call me if you've got a problem.
Collection of animal skulls. Are these trophies or objects of study? Both, I guess. The computer's off. The computer's on.
Okay, let's copy files from it.
security system worthy of the paranoid. Not surprising.
Okay, maybe the guy can help me with it. Obviously, he's some kind of an electronics expert, so...
His phone seems to be working. His phone seems to be working. His phone seems to be working.
Okay, no messages or anything?
His phone seems to be working.
What? User killer? I'm a bit worried too.
It's password protected.
Because it might lock me out if I input a wrong password. So I better talk to the guy first, and then if he doesn't offer anything.
This poor woman's body seems to have been here for a while. One of her hands has been chopped off.
This can't possibly work. It'll never work. This can't possibly work.
This poor woman's body seems to... Unbelievable. She's been dead for over 15 years. Why has this sicko preserved her body?
Saturated with embalming chemicals. Estimated date of death, first half of the year 1993.
An autopsy table. Recently used. If Miller saw this, he'd faint dead away. It's Hernandez's blood. Shit, there's so much of it. That does not bode well. There are lots of chemical products on this shelf. Enough to open his own lab. It's locked. This box has everything he needs to shackle the victims. No visible marks. This box has everything he needs to...
This can't possibly work.
There's a bit of blood on the box.
Blood of one of the victims, Ellen Dunnigan.
Electronic lock. It keeps the door secured. There are lots of chemical products on this shelf. Enough to open his own lab.
Okay, let's talk to the guy.
I'll get there.
You're good at electronics, right? I found a computer, but the system's asking me for a password.
That's more IT's field. Hacking's not my strong suit.
All right, I'll cope.
Okay, so I'll just try inputting one of those passwords. If his username is killer, he might actually be stupid enough to set the password as East Coast. That is possible. I'm just worried about being locked out. Okay, this for some reason. So did it lock me out? Or can I still try again? I can, but it doesn't seem to be of much use.
The computer's on. This phone seems to be working.
Okay, I really don't know what to do now. Can I call someone? I could call Claire, but I'm not sure she would know anything about hacking.
This is Claire Ashby. I'm not available at the moment. Please call back later.
Okay, so I must be missing something because the game is not progressing.
Hernandez told us about this crossbeam. Collection of animal skulls. Are these trophies or objects of study? Both, I guess.
Oh, apparently I can take a loudspeaker? Why would I need that?
DVDs. Just a bunch of old movies. A pile of retro music CDs. Oh, so nostalgic.
Why would I need a loudspeaker? Transformer electric cord. Okay, this needs 2. Which is a pity because I don't have enough space. I combine this with this? No. So to be honest, I have no idea how that helps me, or what to do with this.
Copies of autopsy reports. The killer.
It's clear the guy upstairs is waiting on a trigger, like it's an actual script. He's going to be done with unlocking the door only when the requisite things actually happen. So I have to do something.
I'll get there. I just need a little more time.
Okay, I'm missing something then.
Furnace. Looks like it hasn't been used in a while. There are burnt fragments under the furnace. It's not coal, but of plastic. There's part of a name. Lee. I bet it's a fragment of a credit card or something belonging to Dorothy Lee, the 8th victim.
Okay,
This can't possibly work.
I did miss that.
This can't possibly work. This can't possibly work.
This looks like burnt hair.
From a wig? And there's still this, which is missing, like a valve. Oh, but no. This was just about the name of the station where it was bought. And I think I'm going to get outside and check the backyard once more. I've kind of forgotten what was there. Ah, okay. There's a locker on this, which I should be able to break with the thingamajig, with the sledgehammer. I forgot about that. Motorcycle tire track update. Okay, so I have to scroll. Model not found in the FBI database. So where is the update then?
This is Claire Ashby. I'm not available at the moment.
Okay, I'm a bit confused about the tire track.
The plate is covered with mud. I can't read the number. The plate is covered with mud.
Well, you could just scrape it off with your freaking hand. It's just mud.
Bad idea. It's not this.
Do I have anything that would clean there?
It'll never work. It'll never work. Bad idea.
There's an electric fence surrounding the property. The power's been cut.
Oh, there's something here. Okay, that's rather unexpected.
What's this? A pattern carved in the wood. Looks like some sort of insignia. I better photograph it.
Oh, okay, so I have new evidence on my phone that I need to transfer from here, not from here. Inscriptions on the basement wall.
I knew it. It's the killer who wrote these inscriptions. Part of his sick little game.
I guess that makes sense because, like, how would the other victims know how to disable the collar? He himself gave me that, you know, as a to give me a fighting chance because it amused him.
A military insignia. I need to ask Claire about this.
This is Claire Ashby. I'm not available at the moment. Please call back later. This is Claire Ashby.
I have a job for you, Claire. I'm sending you a clue to look at. A pretty little wood carving.
Okay, do I have anything that would clear mud from the license plate? Not by the looks of it. I have a loudspeaker, which doesn't really help me. Okay, I'm rather confused. I must be missing something, but I don't really know where to look. Reproduction of the military badge of the US Marine Corps Special Sniper Unit. Okay, I don't think...
The electric chair that Hernandez mentions in the recordings should be right here.
I don't think I inspected this.
The electric chair that Hernandez mentions in the recordings should be right here.
But that doesn't... Oh, okay, there's something else. That's very... hidden.
Something shiny on the ground. What is it?
Bad idea.
Looks like little pieces of broken glass. Gotta take a sample.
Pieces of broken eyeglasses that belonged to a victim. kind of walking in circles here. Okay, he's still working on it, which means I'm still missing something.
I'll get there. I just need a little more time.
Okay, I'll search some more, but I'll do it next time, because this episode has been long enough. So I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.